Hi, this is David, and I wanted to do a quick video. I always lie when I say that, because I get to say whatever I want. The Danites. Now, the Mormons will say over and over again, they didn't exist. It's a figment of a fig tree, maybe, I don't know, of an imagination. They don't want to admit that they have this background, and this is what makes me nervous. No, it makes me scared of Romney. This secret police stuff, like the committee to strengthen the members, and the Danites, are typical Mormon secret ideas of power and murder. I'm sorry, I don't like to say it any more than the Mormons like me to say it, but they killed a lot of people. Porter Rockwell was a Danite, and Wild Bill was a Danite, and between the two of them, they killed almost 100 people. Now, the Mormons are going to say, "Oh, he doesn't know. He's lying," and you know that's all they do. They're like a bobbing head. He's lying. He's lying. Well, let me prove, you know, with their own words, rather than me saying it. Let me read it to you, okay? Here we go. Okay, this is the comprehensive history of the church. I used to have I think it was 16 volumes, comprehensive history of the church. But the church quit printing it because they didn't want their real history to be known. And I don't even know if you can get a copy anymore. But anyway, this is from B.H.Roberts. He was the main historian for the Mormon Church. And during Joseph Smith's time and Brigham Young, he wrote the history of the Mormon Church. Now, let me read what B.H.Roberts says in the comprehensive history of the church. Now, the Mormons are going to spin it that he wasn't a member, or he was excommunicated, or it's been misinterpreted, or you just don't know us well enough. You would join us if you knew us. Well, let's hear what he says. It's had to do with courts and testimonies when all these clowns went to jail in Liberty. One of the reasons Joseph Smith was in jail was for treason. Anyway, the testimony which was most effective in holding these men to investigation before grand juries was the sworn statement of apostates Dr. Sampson Arvid, A-V-A-R-D, John Correll, Reed Peck, W.W. Phelps, George M. Hinkle, John Whitman, Burr Riggs, and other less prominents. It is a testimony, and principally in the statement of Dr. Advid, that the existence of the Danites in the Mormon Church is affirmed. That means it's true. Affirmed means it's been proven. Advid declared that about 4 months before the date of his testimony, which would be the month of July 1838, a band called the Daughters of Zion, afterwards called the Danite Band, was formed of the members of the Mormon Church, the original object of which was to drive from the county of Cadwell all those who dissented from the Mormon Church, in which they were succeeded admirably, and to the satisfaction of all concerned. Now, listen to the quote, my LDS friends. I have no LDS friends. B.H. Roberts, Comprehensive History of the Church, Volume 1, Chapter 36, page 504. Now, those of you that get on my website here and go, "Oh, he's a liar, he's a liar," and well, most people know that I'm not lying, but what I am saying is that the Danites did exist, and the Committee to Strengthen continues to exist. And my nervousness with B.H. Roberts is that basically he's going to be, oh God, oh, I am there. I was just starting to push the damn button. I hate this technology. but I love it too. It's kind of a love-hate relationship. So anyway, the Danites did kill a lot of people, and they were ordered to do that. I'm trying to think here. Let me show you again. Orrin Porter Rockwell, he killed 17 people for the church. And William Bill Hickman, he killed 54 people on orders of the prophet Brigham Young. So, you know, there's some, who knows, whether it's interesting or not. I just like to be able to say, well, gosh, you know, how come the Mormons will say, oh, they don't exist, they don't exist. The Danites never existed. They were called the Daughters of Zion. One thing you got to know about the Mormons is they always use an opposite word for a true concept. Okay, the Committee to Strengthen the Members. That sounds kind of nice. What it is a band of Mormons that basically read the papers and magazines and TV and YouTube and try to find Mormons who aren't faithful. And when they find them, they report them to their bishops. And the bishops in the local wards and communities excommunicate the people, so they're not strengthening the members of the church. They're excommunicating them. Another example of the Mormon, dichotomy in words and language is that when you're excommunicated from the Mormon church, it's called a court of love. I don't want to love her like that. They throw me out, take my job, my family, my kids, and it's a court of love. In other words, if you begin to love us again, we will let you back in. Well, the Mormons, they have a funny way, and cults do that. Cults do that a lot. They will use the opposite word, like Dr. Love. He may be Dr. Hate in reality. So anyway, there's a quote from the Comprehensive History of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints by their official historian, B.H.Roberts, saying the Danites did exist. And they did kill people, and they were bodyguards. And many of them that were disbanded, I believe, in Liberty jail area, later became policemen in Nauvoo, and they also were in the Nauvoo Legion. So this is what worries me about Mitt Romney. You get a lot of people in this world that are losers, and if you give them a damn gun, they become a winner. And that's the way the Mormons are. They're losers by general population, and they're needy people, and when you needily give them a gun, they shoot it, and then they hide, and then they lie. So anyway, all of you that come on and say these defensive things about the Mormon religion, please defend that the Danites didn't exist when B.H.Roberts, with the quote of the page and the numbers of what he said when he said it, are right here in this video. Thanks.